Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Laurel Park. Naomi Tucker alongside Keith Fuse. We've got a big couple of days of racing coming your way. Are you looking
Absolutely.
forward to it?
Absolutely. It's always a good day of racing with all the quality sprints that we're looking forward to tomorrow. The weather, is looks like it's going to cooperate for us. Some good betting cards. I'm anxious, looking forward. Get through today's card into tomorrow. Hopefully, we can build up our bankroll a little bit this afternoon.
Yeah, I feel like certainly those two graded stakes events, the Grade 3 General, Georgia Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie, are good wagering races. And of course, did you see that feature on Cordmaker looking for that first graded stakes? That would be such a wonderful story.
That would be awesome for him. And, it was a great piece that you guys and the whole team put together. And you see what team effort it is in horse racing around the horse. The horse, being the main guy there. Trainer, assistant trainer, jockey, you name it. And looking at Cordmaker, a horse that's just gotten better with age. And I kind of compare it to an athlete. Athletes sometimes, it takes them a little while. The game slows down, and when things slow down, they perform better. They're not as nervous. And it's just the processing thing, and it looks like he's got it all together right now. Running style, to me, a little bit now. He's turning back in distance. Could be like a Paige McKinney type of General George tomorrow.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And also looking forward to all the other stakes event. Of course, you got the Miracle Wood as well as White Country for the straight 3-year-olds. Really looking forward to Luna Bell actually in the White Country. Hoping to make it 3 back-to-back stakes victories for trainer Hamilton Smith. She's progressed so much as well. Of course, we are racing on the Monday too. It's a long weekend coming up. We do have action for you on February the 21st. So from the comforts of your home, or you can come and join us, you might be able to play the ponies and just have a good day.
Excellent. If you've got the day off, please come out and join us. If not, fire up the first bet account. And like I say, good weekend ahead of us, and definitely check out laurelpark.com. All of our media team have done a great job. They've done with the notes. Frank Vespi, racingbiz.com, yourself, and everybody else here in the department have put together some good information, some good pieces, video, some good articles, some press releases. Check them out. They do a lot of hard work, and it'll keep you abreast of the situation.
Yeah, always very fun to read what's going on in terms of the runners, their backstories, their connections. Of course, our selections will be on there as well if you'd like to, get ahead and start handicapping those fields throughout the day. But let's look at our current track conditions. Fast main track. We have a lovely little breeze that is keeping everything nice and tidy. I feel like this is also perhaps a precursor to the track conditions for tomorrow.
Exactly. So leading in, see how the track plays. The wind's kind of a little gusty right now, but supposed to subside as the day goes on. They were pretty crazy there last night, but Jock's dealing with that and everybody else. But we're going to deal with the elements, get you through a good card here. 8 race card in store for this Friday.
Well, let's kick things off with that first race. Early pick 5 sequence commences here, 5.5 furlongs of distance. It's a straight 3-year-old maiden special weight. Really looking forward to this race. We landed on the same runner here. That's the first time starter number 2. Forget About It for trainer Jerry Robb. Now her full sister Moochie broke her maiden at first, asking a lovely 61 buyer also for trainer Jerry Robb. And we know that the Robbs are very capable, actually more than capable if you look at their stats, of getting these runners to get their picture taken on first try.
Yeah, it looks like both of these firsts are some high percentage barns. The 2 Forget About It, the 6 Miss Corey. They're catching the right field at the right time for their debut run. They're going to take plenty of action. Forget About It, Jerry had a horse win the other day, right? Firster, Mad Genius. Popped at 9-5, got bet down and ran a big number for maiden 25. I expect a good effort from this one. The mare was good. And the 6 Miss Corey, you're looking by Cairo Prince. Maybe not as precocious as a stallion, maybe it's Great Notion, but he's okay, 12-13% with the firster. And the family is there. 2 debut winners from 7 starters. So that works. 2 or 6 for me to key around in here.
Yeah, and I definitely looked at the pedigree. Miss Corey related to Irish Jasper. She was with Chad Brown. She won by 8 lengths on debut. Clearly precocious 67 buyer that was sprinting at Parks, and she ended up winning multiple graded stakes races, including the Grade 2 Thoroughbred Club of America stakes at Keeneland in 2016. So clearly very well related. And of course, Brittany Russell, as we come accustomed to, if it's a first-time starter, horse off the layoff, she just does well with her runners no matter what they're coming off of. Now, Miss Corey, outside draw, better than the rail, but still sometimes can be tricky for first.
Yeah, you just hope they don't make the right-hand turn, get a little bit off kilter, and then have to recover and straighten and go. And these firsters don't want to miss a beat, because there's 2 horses in here that have raced, that have the experience, that have shown good speed. All worked up, came back, got the lead, went clear. That was first time Lasix off of a break. Got a little weary late. And Sensen also brings the speed to the table. Sensen might be able to come from just off of it here for Southman. Another one hasn't been seen September, but adds Lasix and comes out of the same race, is all worked up. So these 2, the one that race wasn't super strong to me on January 23rd. The third place finisher was stepping up. She just beat her 3/4. That was a horse that's running later today, but was stepping up from 12.5. So we'll see. If these 2 are what I think they might be, they should get it done, one of these 2.
I keyed around them as well.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to seeing Sensen return, because I remember seeing her make her debut and always just kind of thought she might need some time. Now she is coming back after a bit of a layoff, but I remember thinking she had some growing still to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing how she's filled and how she's doing for trainer John Salzman. Of course, by Arrogate, always fun to see how they'll progress. Race number 2 is the start of the early pick 4 sequence. So how are we going to play it today, Keith?
Yeah, a very manageable ticket. It's a $16 ticket. Get you started with the 1 and the 2. Zorb looks like the road's going to go through him. He's pretty quick from the rail. We spread in the third with the 2, 4, 5, and 7. A couple firsters. I'm interested in the third race. Race 4, 4 and 7, and ditto that in race 5 with the 4 and 7. That's factor this in. And Ness in the 5th. $16 in Ness we trust today, I guess.
I do as well.
Right.
I definitely, I'm pretty sure I single on him later on as well. So let's hope Ness is having a good day. But let's talk about race number 2, claiming 10 to 8,000. Norman is a 3 lifetime, 6.5 furlongs to distance. We'll start with the runner on the rail, the number 1, Zorb, because we have a video spotlight. We're going a little bit further back, right? We're going to the 10th of October of last year, where he actually took over before the turn. You can see him there, loaded, really fighting for it. Unfortunately, he kind of floated outwards a little bit, and then you saw that Portal 1 came up on his inside there. But so game, the 2 of them battling it out.
Absolutely. Just giving away grudgingly here the final 70 yards or so. He's still trying to the wire. I did go back and look at his race at Charlestown last time out. That was first time in the Farrier barn. Legitimate stumble out of the break. He didn't look comfortable handling the first turn. He was trying to lug out a little bit. Once he got him straight, he got into some trouble into the far turn. Had to check. He's has some speed to the outside. Intrigues 2 jumping a condition that worries me a little bit. So Zorb, if he can clear and relax, he's going to take him a long way. I do think the 5 is going to press. That's why I lean a little bit with Chambo. Turning back to, I think that is a distance is perfect for him at 6.5. A middle move. Last time we saw that he didn't want the 2 turns. He wants to be back at 1 turn. I think if anybody's going to rally into it and upset the 1, it'll be Chambo.
Yeah, so I have Shambo underneath. I agree with you. I think that 2 turns a mile 16, which is not his game, does have to come back with a near career best performance if Zorb turns up, though. So that's why I have him a little bit lower. I use Al Brown for the reasoning that you mentioned. Zorb is going to be fast. Triggs to the number 5 is going to try and move forward. I think Al Brown could be the type of runner that makes that kind of late move into it and perhaps pick up a check as well.
He's been honest. Is he going to have too much to do from the quarter pole home? We'll see. But that's, I can make a case for him.
We'll find out when race number 2 arrives. And race number 3 is the start of the Rainbow Pick 6. I decided to do a ticket today. Really wanted to find a single and end up using one in the 5. We'll get there in sec. Race 3, I go 3 deep here using the 4, the 5, and the 7. I like Helical Rising, but I am going with Sister Supreme. Plenty of trouble in here before. And then wouldn't want to leave out a first-time starter in the number 7, Royal Flush Girl. Race number 4, 3 deep using Miss Casey, who's very fast early, confident move. After that, made in the 25 win to step her up in the claim in 40. But Mama's Cheese Wish, she's the one to beat, I feel like, in here for an informed J. Rob Bana. Grudgingly got my single here in race number 5 with the number 7 Military Hop, because I am afraid to factor this in of Jamie Ness in here. But Military Hop, the other Jamie Ness runner, he's strong-handed in here. He just seems to be in absolute tip-top condition. I am hoping that's going to continue. Got an outside draw, plenty of speed. I think he can kind of cut in and take over early. But look, if you aren't as confident in him, factor this in, be a horse to use underneath like you did. I go 2 deep in race 6 using the 8 and and the 9 in there. California Better Magic and Me. Race number 7, 2 deep again, using the 2 and the 5 in that spot. Nash Vegas, I think, is going to enjoy the drop in class. And then in the final leg, 2, 4, 5 for me. I have a price play here on the number 4, Rippolino. I feel like that's a good race to use a couple of horses. $36 flag, courtesy of my forced single. I really hope Military Hop for trainer Jamie Ness is going to prove me right here. But let's talk about race number 3. Maiden claiming 25 to 20,000 for the straight 3-year-old ladies. We're going 6 furlongs the distance. And let's look at Sister Supreme, who's had one start today. Asked to get into position, did so very willingly for Arujo, and then unfortunately got a very, very strong check as we move into later on, kind of about here.
Yeah, you see the outside horses running today, drops in, comes over, and a little check there for Sister Supreme. Then it kind of takes her a little bit to get back on her game. You see the jock just kind of getting her to settle. She drafts back and loses probably, 5 or 6 lengths from that point, from the early steady back into the far turn. What you didn't see, and it was hard to see, that's why we didn't show the finish, but she did shift out, take my word for it, and finished up quite well. You saw the speed there, I think, with a cleaner break and a clear early trip through that opening furlong. You're going to see her right up on the engine today.
Yeah, I watched that replay this morning, and one of my notes was I like how she gathered herself and tried again belatedly. Now, there was no chance she was going to get to the winner there, but I like the effort that she showed despite really losing a lot of ground, really having to, catch her breath again before making another move. And for a debut runner, that's a pretty tricky thing to do. So I think if she gets a cleaner trip today, she'll be able to get it done. But you landed on Royal Flush Girl, first-time starter for Robbie Bells. Now, I think that last was probably a maintenance error because 104 and 2 is not the fastest in the morning for a 5 furlong move.
No, she's got, a decent amount of work, so a little break here and there. And I'm searching for a little bit of value. I like Sister Supreme, I like her Rising, but, the firsters, I usually pick them on top or they go 3rd or 4th. If they're good enough, they get it done to me. Robbie Bells has had pretty good luck with this owner. They've only run a few horses, but they've all run big first time out, that being Rock the Boat, Matitude, Rad Plaisley. This horse is a half to Matitude. This horse is competitive in allowance races. I think she's going to be ready. I think she's going to show some speed. I like the draw where she is. She can measure it. Made from Lucky hasn't run a lot of horses, but they're 6 for 17 in the money on debut. A little value there might sneak through the cracks in the 7, but a key. I'll probably key the 5 and the 7 in exact as top and bottom with some other horses.
Yeah, no, I like the value in there. I used Helical Rising underneath for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. Really thought she stepped it up in the right direction in that last outing that was over 5.5. I thought she just kind of kept on churning in those latter stages. I think the 6 furlong is going to suit her just 5. Should be enough pace for her to run into again as well. But I like the way that she's finally started to kind of take that step forward. No, not this time. It's very strong with his 2-year-olds and has moved on well with his 3-year-olds as well. So I'm hoping that she can continue, and this is going to be second after the claim. So I expect a little bit further improvement here in the Claudio Gonzalez barn. Race number 4, claiming 40 to 32,000, 5.5 furlongs, that sharp sprinting distance. And let's start with Mama's G's Wish. We both have her on top for trainer Jerry Robb. Let's look back at a race that I like that you used this side of it, because you can see she is covering a fair bit of ground and she's still in hand, kind of just ranging up alongside them.
Yeah, did it very comfortably. The pace not demanding at all, because at the 6.5, the run up is extended. It's about 85 feet. So 23, 3, 48, and 2, that's almost pedestrian-like when you look at it. So she was able to kind of just really relax, bring a finish. Now she's dropping back to 5.5, but I'm not terribly concerned about that. She's got to turn a foot, and there is a slew of horses that want the lead in here. I can see X-Men kind of taking back, relaxing, and rating, and maybe a loop and swoop kind of move with Mama She's Wishing. If you compare the buyers, January 28th is that race we just showed you, right?
Yep.
Come back, she ran a 53. Miss Casey, a 69. I mean, that is a huge difference. I still think Mama She's Wish going to take plenty of play. Maybe they make Miss Casey the favorite, the bettors off of that big gaudy number. I just don't know where that. I liked her that day. I don't know how that number came up that big. Comparatively, it was good. When I looked at the other times, I still just can't wrap my head around it. So I'll lean with something you can trust here. Jerry Robin, these fillies and mares, he's money.
I went with her as well. Like you said, I thought it was a really, really strong move there. And there's so much speed in this spot. I think the 1 Music Mandate, the 3 Miss Casey's going to move forward. The 5, She's a Big Deal, likes to be on the lead. There's so many runners that are gonna make that forward move. And I think Mama's G's Wish, like we saw, a patient ride, just kind of letting her flow into things. I think that's gonna work out there. But yeah, Miss Casey, that was a huge, huge number. She's gonna have to back that up. It seemed like she was running very honestly by herself on the lead. I don't think she's going to be by herself this time around, and that worries me if she's going to, be affected by that and stepping up to winners for the first time too. So I use her in second. Of course, Michael Trombetta, very live as well, moving into the stakes races tomorrow too. So I think, looking for the barn to have a big weekend, but kind of take a little bit of a wait and see approach. You key I'm getting there in your exacted though, the 4.
I do. She was on the lead a couple races back against Mama's G's Wish. She's shown the ability, and so was this rider, to kind of throttle back speed horses and make a move. I think that's going to have to be the tactic here today for I'm Getting There. Rate back, don't get caught in that early battle, and make a run like she did October the 3rd behind a horse like Click Confirm was in front of Buff My Boots. That's the effort that I'm hoping to see, the trip I'm hoping to see from her.
Yeah, I think you can see from the horse I used underneath it, I'm also looking for horses coming off the speed because of the abundance of early pace in this spot. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us for this message, and we'll be right back.
I have been around horses my entire life. I love every bit of it. I love helping the babies along the way. I love helping the older horses be more comfortable in themselves. I love seeing the babies develop from babies to racehorses. I love being there when they put it all together, when they win or when they find what they're supposed to do.
Of videos there on a variety of jobs going on behind the scene, including being an exercise rider. So do go to YouTube, to the Maryland Jockey Club, if you want to see more of them. Race number 5, you're keying around a horse that I have in second, but let's start with Military Hop, who is my single on my Rainbow Pick 6 in this starter allowance mile and 16, and you can see him right there. That was his last outing. Now he did get away, I thought, with slow fractions early. They kind of let him have the lead. But I believe that his speed is still going to set him up nicely around this 2-turn event. And he had so much left late. You can kind of see that Jaime Rodriguez was just kind of niggling him a little bit. Didn't really have to ask much more.
No, stretch it out. Now we're going to go 2 turns. He's handled the 1 turn. 2 turns might even be a little easier if he can get out and clear. Softer fractions track, not as glib that particular day, but man, we've seen a lot of horses of late. That's the trip for Jamie Ness and Rodriguez. They get to the front, they nurse, and then they release, and it's over. So Military Hop going to try to do the same thing. Factor this in as a horse I'm definitely interested in. Comes back off short rest. Had a little issue last time out, kind of a little light steady around the 5/16 pole, but was willing to upper stretch. Turning it back, this horse runs okay going long. I think this horse is dangerous, the other Nest, to maybe stalk and make the move into it. Might get closest run, and even the 1 Titans Will, who was well beat by Military. But take nothing away from the effort. It was a good effort. I think this horse draws great to the inside, is a stayer against this group, but I think one of the Nesses gets it done.
Yeah, I think Ness very strong-handed in the air. I do use Eamon Corner underneath, who's really geared back in form now and goes out here second after being claimed for trainer Anthony Aguirre. We know that at the beginning of his career, he was put into stakes race and really thought that he was going to be something, then dropped back down to the nickel. Seems to really, started to find himself again. So I wanted to give him a little bit of respect. I like Georgie Ruiz born. I think he's just going to slide him in and pick up a piece.
Okay. I picked him up, corner my last time out. A good effort to the wire, stretching back out to 2 turns. That's just my only concern. Can he sustain strong enough against this group? We'll see. I mean, he showed late life. 0 for 6 at the distance. The 2 turns, it concerns me a little bit, but willing effort last time, and the number works. Okay.
A question for him coming in here, but I thought I'd get a little bit of value underneath as well. But like you said, Titans Will very, very live with a good inside draw to save some ground in this spot. Race number 6, now the maiden claiming event, 25 to 20,000, 6 furlongs in distance, 3-year-old fillies in here. We'll start with the number 4, Good Story. You have on top has been looking for some easier company, and by all means, she's found it in here. Now comes back making her debut as a 3-year-old, also gets Lasix on.
Yeah, this is one Mary's given a break. She took some play, 3 of the 4 tries. She's had some excuses in those races. By Great Notion, out of a Mary train, read all about it. Second Dam Scout about a horse that Mary had. Winners there in the family. I like the works coming in. Maybe this is a horse that, maybe needed Lasix. You think about the 2-year-olds that run with that. Now we're back. First time at 3, getting first time Lasix. I think this horse is going to fire a good run here. California Bella, clearly the one to beat, going to draw a ton of money here for Jerry Robb, but maybe Mary Upler gets a little upset here.
I like a little bit of value. California Bella, she's really tried hard. I loved her debut race. That was over 5, then 5.5. I think she still did well here, just kind of stretching out, but just a barn that's been super, super strong by California Chrome. Works forwardly in the morning. Look, it's been a long layoff, but she comes back in here, and I feel like the Robs can definitely get one fit in the morning. They got so many horses to work them with, really know what they're doing. I know she's not going to be much value, but I do feel like this should be her spot here, dropping back down from Maiden Special, Maiden 40 Company. I know that they must have thought quite highly of her, and just kind of giving her a chance in a competitive spot.
And they're aggressive here when you look at it, because
I feel like
they are running her for the tag for 25 because she's a Maryland bred. She's not Maryland sired. That's why she's got to be in for the tag here. So why don't they opt for the 40? She looked like she'd be live in a 40 with protection. So interesting little move here. You always gotta think, but Rob, not scared of anybody, I can tell you that. So California Bella, outside draw in a race. Again, not a lot of speed. She just might go right on the engine here.
Yeah, I use Magic in Me, my exact. I saw you have her underneath. Also drops back down from that maiden special weight. Do you think that was, I know that they stepped her up because in the end it didn't come up as strongly, but I think this is a much more appropriate level for her. She's been running well. She can definitely go for second or go for third in here. I love her with that outside draw. Mary Story Jr. has been so strong as of late. It's been, has really been consistent, especially at these kind of lower maiden claiming levels, or sort of the mid maiden claiming levels. I feel like he's very, very live.
Yeah, I mean, and that was a little bit of a reach last, but she took play. They got lucky with the spot, no doubt about it last time. This is a little drop back. She's going to have to chase from that outside. The last furlong concerns me if she can bring a finish to topple this favorite or maybe the 4-horse in here. Yeah, so I'll use her underneath, and maybe that's a superstar from the rail for Damon.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. Race number 7, claiming 12.5 to $10,000, 6.5 furlongs the distance. Here we key around similar horses. He landed on Unequivocal, the number 2 here for trainer Anthony Aguirre. Was actually more forwardly placed in his last outing than I'm kind of used to of him, and it worked out really, really well for him. Now that was at Charlestown, gets back to the 1-turn sprinting here at Laurel Park. But look, he's ran well over the sprinting distances before, and I see him kind of targeted them, dropping a little bit back further. Now he's cutting back in distance and certainly doing very well here. I think these both of them, Unequivocal and the number 5 Nash Vegas, are very, very live.
Yeah, he looks like the horse I can trust the most to maybe be 1-2. Some speed types that are going to, try to improve back to their form. Nash Vegas being one of them. Last time out, made that move. Look like I don't say a winner, but looked awfully strong mid-turn and just faded and was protected late. With Caramanos going to get the bug today. Caramanos opts and goes to No More Talk. So I just think there's going to be a collision course with some speed around mid-turn. Unequivocal, not nearly as fast, but he's going to bring a punch. He brings some good middle moves in some of these route races as well. He likes Laurel Park. I think he runs into it. The one, I don't know what to do. You're claiming off of an outfit, Cole and Velez, that hit at a high clip. There's not a lot of true front runners in here. The blinkers go back on. Captain Fofo with Butterfly is going to be sent from the rail. This horse could sneak away and go a long way against this group.
Yeah, it might just be that lone speed angle, especially from the rail. I think Nash Vegas is going to be stalking him. I think he's fast enough to do so. Yes, bit of a clunker last time. So it's looking to rebound to the form, the consistency that he'd shown before that. So I'm going to just put a line through it. Perhaps it wasn't his day. That was on the off going. We did see his run well on the muddy surface before, but I think getting back to a fast track is going to help him out here.
It should. He's going to have to make that run, I believe, into the rail horse and carrying it 6.5. That 9/16 is going to be critical, I mean, for a couple of these horses to get. That's why I think Unequivocal can go over the top late.
Yeah, well, find out. And final race on the card today, the nightcap race number 8, mile and 16 the distance. No one's a 3 in their entire career, claiming a 10 to 8,000. Start of that Stronach pick 5. I'll run you through it really quickly because, of course, we'll have Tim being able to give you the lowdown later on this afternoon. Goes 3 deep in here using the 2, the 3, and the 5. 3 deep in leg B as well. That is at Gulfstream Park. And then 3 deep again in leg C. 1, 3, and 7. 4 deep in leg D. And then the final leg E, race number 3. He singles on the number 2. $108 flat. Stronach 5 ticket. Don't forget to have a good look at all the races. It starts right here in our nightcap, which is about 3:55 p.m. Eastern time in here. So let's talk about this final race on the card. I landed on the number 4. He's a little bit of a price play for me in here, Rippolino. I'm hoping to get a price for trainer Kieran McGee. Looking to return to the form that he's shown in the past. Just a bit of a clunker last time out. Wasn't able to really close into them. But I think he's going to slide in this time, save some ground. I love him on this distance. I think the mile and 16 suits him great. He probably even would love the mile and 8 as well, to be honest, the way he's built physically.
I had a struggle. It's a shorter field here, even with the morning line. I was like, money came in, poured on Rippolino. He just really disappointed last time. No real terrible excuse tracking. Jack gave back the 2, who's probably, I think, going to be your favorite off the number last time. Opens up. It's Jerry Robb. Had a great setup. They went fast and furious early last time. Those internals very strong for the level. But in form, I mean, the Robb horses just keep going and going and going. But price play from the rail. Let's go Butterfly, Bryson Butterfly with Dr. Ferber. Chased this one last time at 7-1. We might get a little better price today. Did not like the trip. Taken out 5-6 wide, rolled up, middle move, bump, 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 done at about the 3/8 pole. Today, again, not a lot of speed, so I think he's going to be forward. Maybe tracks the 5 Super Emperor, maybe gets aggressive and goes to the front. We shall see. But I think value holds for Dr. Ferber, and a horse that we had out of that race the other day to price to win. Pay the kid. So it's been a productive race. Take a shot here with the 1 to key it up. It's kind of a bailout type if you're there and trying to bail out. And if you don't, you come back tomorrow.
Well, let's look at Super Emperor, his last race. We have a video spotlight there. He was forced to draw back around the first bend due to his high draw. There was plenty of pace on his inner. I thought at the beginning, especially, he pulled Victor a little bit, wanting to move forward, allowed to kind of slide up in here, but does have to wait a little bit to really, be able to get that clean trip.
Yeah, and then to get momentum from there is not the easiest thing to do at this level. So he catches a field today, Naomi. It looks like they're going to probably try to put him up on the front, wouldn't you think? And then maybe he can just control the issue, go as he pleases, and then bring a finish. He's given effort here through the final 1/8 of a mile, but nobody going to go with Visual Artist that afternoon.
Runaway winner.
Yeah, comes back to win. So, yeah, another Nest winner. But, yeah, Super Emperor, I think he'll be able to make his trip in this shorter field.
I think we're going to see a much happier horse when allowed to stride on early in here. Seems one of the dominant speeds in this spot. You already mentioned your top selection, but you used Jack gave back. Xavier Perez on board here for trainer Jerry Robb. Comes off the back of a deep closing effort last time out, right here at the claiming 10 level. So just, the step up to the numbers at 3 level, but he was right there, and the figures make him very competitive.
Absolutely. That was a good run. He had the right kind of flow to go. Will he get it again today? I don't know. I think they're going to be slower today. He's going to have to bring back that race, I believe, to beat this field.
Yeah, he was certainly helped by the ferocious pace early. He seemed to very much enjoy taking in those tired front runners, as we'll get going with lightning round. Let's get you up to date on the current standings. Look, Victor Carrasco had an absolute stellar weekend during our last stakes days. 3 stakes wins on board, of course. Very live. Cordmaker coming up tomorrow in the General George. Live as well on Jakarta. Barbara Fritchie. Plenty of horses for Trombetta that he's on. Yeah. I think he's going to continue in terms of, his winning clip.
Yeah, and this hasn't been a spot, right? Victor's been a mainstay, but, it's been a while, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, but he is back, and he's back with a vengeance right now, and it's going to definitely be tough to beat. Trying to hold down this 2-win lead.
Yeah, trying to continue in front of 2021 Maryland champion jockey Javian Toledo. Let's look at the trainer standings here, because it's been so competitive. Look at this, Jamie Ness up top, but only one win in front of Jerry Robb, 3 wins in front of Claudio. Anything can happen.
Absolutely, anything can happen right now. Ness, Robb, these guys are on a roll. Claudio trying to pick it back up a little bit, and Farrier with new, went through that lull, and he's worked hard trying to get it back, and he's back right now. So he's right in the thick of things. This is a very good trainer's race.
Yeah, this is honestly one of the things that I love most about this circuit, that it's so competitive in terms of trainers, in terms of the jockeys. Let's quickly highlight the Stronach 5 again. We'll look at the Seekers. We kick things off here as usual, and this is the All-Star ticket, going 3 deep here at Laurel Park using the 2, the 4, the 5, 3 deep at Gulfstream Park, and race 8 is all 3, 5, and 6. We got a race at Golden Gate Fields. Normally they kind of close it off, but they're actually in the center of the sequence this Friday. 5 and 7 back to our friends at Gulfstream Park, 2, 4, and 8, and then Santa Anita Park out west again, 1 and 7. Do believe Tim was singling on the 2, so this is going to be quite the race at Santa Anita Park in that last one. 108 flat, that's our All-Star ticket. I know Tim likes to go head-to-head with the team here, so may the best group or handicapper win.
That's right.
Now we got a big, strong day of action coming up tomorrow, and we do have a giveaway as well if you are going to be attending. Now, for your chance to win any of these wonderful prizes, we got a TV, a tablet, a luggage set, studio buds, vouchers. Buy a program, and if you have the insert, the slip in your program, you might be one of those 10 lucky winners. So all you have to do is attend and buy a program. So I'm going to say, are you buying a program tomorrow, Keith? I think we ought to.
I don't know if they're going to let me buy a program, but yeah.
Why not?
I could use something like that. Look at that, the TV, the voucher, that's key. My wife would want probably the tablet, but I'm going to take the voucher.
You're going to take the cash. You can put it back into the pools here, right?
Yes, we'll run it up.
Well, and if you are wagering on this terrific day of action coming up, we do have a couple of offers coming your way. We got a full card money back special, meaning that if you wager up to $10 to win on your runner and they run second or third, you get your money back. Really terrific. And then we got $10,000 in hidden split bonuses. They're divided over the early pick 4. We got $2,000 there, late pick 5, $2,000 there, $4,000 late pick 4 split. And we got $1,000 exacta split on the Barbara Fritchie, $1,000 exacta split on the General George as well. So that makes tomorrow even more fun. And certainly the fields are there to get some value.
Oh, absolutely. And I love the promotion with the win bet, if you like something. And that's where you take the shot with that 8-10 to 1 shot that you think definitely could be right there. You win it, great. You get hit. If not, you get to try again, get the little refund. So and put it back in. But yeah, it's going to be a big day tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Like I said, looks like the weather's going to be all right. And Cord Maker, the old guy, we're going to be pulling for him. A lot of good things in store for you tomorrow.
Absolutely, and a wonderful way to get involved in terms of just putting $5 on a horse that you think has a chance, and you'll get your money back if they run second or third. So come out with your family, have some fun, or with your friends. Just start placing those $2, $3, $4, $5 win bets, and you might just get. And if you don't win, you're probably just going to get your money back. So you're playing for free a little bit there, right? I love that initiative. So make sure to make full use of that and join us tomorrow on course. But we have 8 races coming up today. 12:25 post. Best of luck. And Dave Rodman is up next with, I think we only had one scratch throughout the day.
Good deal. All right. Like the card today. Let's hope we can give out some winners. But good luck, everybody.